Welcome, Motorcycle Diaries, Tuesday, 12th of May. G'day, I'm Luke Wilkins, obviously, your venerable host, and someone who's very happy to be doing back to the diaries on a daily basis. It's been a nightmare. My internet got connected at the flat, then it was intermittent, so every time I'm trying to upload diaries, it keeps stopping. It's been terrible, but finally sorted. And on 12th of May, having had like a sporadic kind of series of reviews over the last few weeks, trying to get as much in as I could, but only been able to do one videos, I'm glad to say I'm back with this, Harley Davidson Crossbones. Now this is going to be a one-day review, because it's going back tomorrow, but I've been riding it now for pretty much a whole week. And well, as you can tell, the last Harley I had, the Fat Bob, was something completely different. This is different completely again. It's based on like an 1950s retro bobber style bike, and I'm loving these suspension forks here, especially when you ride along, because they do kind of like, you can see them moving and working. It comes in at a whopping £15,000. It's got the dual cam V-twin 1584 engine. And as you can see, the kind of bespoke paint job with the little crossbones there on the oil tank and on the petrol tank and stuff, and it looks beautiful. It is very, very different. These handlebars, as you can see, nice and wide there, provide a very different riding style. You've got your foot flat pedals there, which allow you to kind of be even more relaxed if possible. And even though obviously back here it looks like it's a hard frame and everything, it's just hidden the suspension really nicely at the back here. But yeah, you know, this is all about the looks on this bike. It's not exactly going to be something that's designed for motorway cruising, because, you know, it's completely naked, it's an old style. You get up around 65, 70, start to get a little bit uncomfortable and buffeted, but, you know, it's perfect for around that, as long as you're not going to try and take it too far. I mean, the engine top speed's only 105 miles an hour. The twin does deliver quite a lot of nice power and torque low down. Obviously, compared to, say, like a modern Japanese bike or something like the Triumph Thunderbird, it's nowhere near as much power, even compared to, say, the Fat Bob, but it delivers it in a really nice smooth way, which when you're riding this retro style bike, you wouldn't want it to come on oodles and oodles of power, because, well, it'd just be a bit scary. The seat itself, as you can see, is all kind of spring loaded under here, which does actually make it really, really comfortable. No rear seat for a pillion passenger though, which is a shame, but I'm sure you can get that as an option. And there are just loads of nice touches, not only kind of like paintwork down here on the actual kind of wheel arch, the spokes, the big chunky tyres like I had on the Fat Bob the other week, which I really, really liked. These nice kind of exhausts that come out through here, and it looks a bit of a work of art. And as with all Harleys, actually, it's been a lot of fun to ride around town. It's been a nice little kind of cruiser. It's had this lovely kind of effect on me that just makes me want to jump on it. You know, I wouldn't take it down to, well, I wouldn't mind cruising on the motorway. I mean, there are better bikes like that Suzuki GSX 1250 when I went down. You know, you can do thousands of miles on that in complete comfort, and it's brilliant. But just to get around town as a style icon, you know, this is hard to beat. But it's a lot of money. So I'm going to take this out now, take for a bit of a spin, get some onboard footage for you, and show you what it's a little bit like to ride and why it's so different, and then I'll give you my final thoughts of it in just a second. Okay, then let's just have a little quick ignition test, as I like to do. Now, the first thing I'd do with any Harley is get a pair of aftermarket exhausts on it. To be honest with you, I'll do that with most bikes. Probably the R1, that's the one that sounds like lush as I want it to. Hands-free ignition, which you get with a Harley, so you put your key in, unlock it, and you keep it in your pocket, and it's got the alarm that sets if you walk too far away. You have got your self-cancelling indicators, so it's quite modern in that respect. There's no trip computer or anything on this, but you have got a fuel gauge, which you can see there, and, you know, it's obviously designed to be a 1950s retro bike. So let's see how it sounds. Just starting one of these up always gets the old blood pumping a little bit. You know, you can hear. Nice lumpy V-twin. So I'm going to get on this now, take it out for a spin, tell you what I think when I get back. Right then, here we go then, Harley. 20k Crossbones. First up, the gears, you can see down there, set up in the old style bobber fashion, really nice and crude gearbox. 6 gears, engage first, and off we go. As you'll see, these handlebars, it's kind of weird. You'd expect the kind of throttle and brakes to be there, but they're here. That just gives you that really wide, relaxed seat position. I'm not going to lie, in and around town, this is an incredibly comfortable bike. I really like it. It's just great. The sitting on, you look so cool, it feels so different, and it rides like nothing I've really ridden before, to be honest with you. But not just that, it's a Harley. Don't compare it to modern Japanese superbikes or anything like that. It's 15 grand. You're paying for a lot of style and substance, but that's not a bad thing. So let's take this out on the road, a bit of a spin, a bit of a twist around some ring roads, and show you what she's capable of. Look at that engine. Like as mentioned, you know, you're buying this bike for its incredible retro look, its rugged feel. It is very, very comfortable riding it around town like this. I mean, it really, really is.
So it's easy. It's a big bike, but it's not hard to manage. You have to be careful when you take corners because, you know, it's not a sports bike with these handlebars. Positioned very differently, so you don't just want to kind of go flood into the corner without preparing it or you run wide, but I love it, you know. Compared to, say, to more modern bikes, Japanese crews and things like that, it's got so much more soul and kind of passion about it. But, you know, if your bike you're going to buy, if you want to kind of go down to a cafe run on a Sunday, obviously if you get the pillion seats, so you like to take your missus or you take your buddies along, the bike you're going to ride if you want to go off and just do some nice little cruises where you're not looking at travelling to Europe and back, you're not looking at getting up like 70 miles an hour. I'll get the pace down.
Here we are, just back from a nice little kind of 45-minute trip around some ring roads, some A roads, some B roads. Kind of a journey that this bike was obviously designed for. You know, on the roads of America, this would just be amazing, hitting 55 on the interstate and just cruising in the sun. And obviously the sun has actually come out now. What I love about this bike is, as I say, it's a bike to use in and around town, a bike to be seen on, the bike that, as you say, is so unique styling wise. It's definitely there. I'm going to be taking this to a gig later, for instance, and it's, you know, it's a 10-15 minute ride. Just pop down there on the bike, you can park it up. It's a little bit vain of me, but hey, if you had one of these, wouldn't you do it? And it is a great machine. You know, I've just grown to kind of really like Harleys. They're so different from what I'm used to riding. You see, I've got the Bandit 650S and a GSR 600, two completely different machines when you think about it, because, you know, they are Japanese, efficient, griddle rounders, very sporty. This is designed for one thing, those lovely cruising moments. If you are going to be commuting on it, you know, if you've got another form of transport, this is a great little tool. You'll have fun on it. If you have days when the sun is out and it's nice, but obviously because it's not fair, when it's raining, if you had to go on a motorway and do a long commute, it's not good. In and around town, it's brilliant. And I say it's not good, it's not that, it's just, say for instance, compared to the Bandit or the GSX 1250 or any bike like that with a fairing on, when you get up to kind of 70, 80, you feel comfortable on the motorway. When any bike that is naked, it's obviously designed on a 1950s style, you're not going to have that option. You get up to kind of 70 on this, it's not uncomfortable, but you push it any more and you just, yeah, you're going to feel it, you know, because that's the whole point of having this kind of naked, stripped down bike. It's made a brilliant impression on me over the last few days, it's got to be said. I'm really enjoying it. I can't wait to get my next bike off Harley, which I'm not sure what it will be, but I'm sure it will be exciting. The Harley Crossbones, as I mentioned, produces about 125 Newton meters of torque, 1564 V-twin, very unique in its style, and of course all the different appendages and things you can add onto it. If you're looking for something different as a cruiser, with that distinctive Harley style, I love the fatness of those front tyres as well. And I love the flared handlebars. It's great, you know. I love the Fat Bob the other day. I'd probably say that that's still my favourite Harley, just for me personally. But as a slice of kind of 50s retro bobber action, it's immense. So until tomorrow, when I shall be getting on the GXR 600, just ride safe, my amigos.